Hey guys, welcome to a new toy review. Today we're doing DC Multiverse Big Waverider figure. This is from the DC Classic. This is Waverider where I'm like, is this the way he looks like in the Classic run? I feel like he looks a little different, but it could be also the version on the back. It looks like he's based on maybe more of the version on the back. But that definitely is not the 90s Waverider, but there could be another classic DC Waverider version that I don't know about. In the inside, it looks a little more on it. It looks like Waverider, but the back looks different, not from the 90s version. But I got it for $5.99, $6 for DC Multiverse figure is always, in my eye, good. I love how he's making figures on obscure characters like this guy. Who is it? Waverider, more obscure characters like him, Amish Bug, like the more obscure characters. We're not just getting just the basic Superman, Batman. You know, we're getting some of these obscure characters. I'm down, so let's without further ado, jump into it. Okay, first, like always, we have a DC stand here. DC logo, not much to say. Then we get the card. It's a Waverider, who the card is not bad. It's cool. It's not 90s Waverider, because I see one 90s Waverider. It said DC Classic. I'm like, I don't know which Waverider this is, because I'm not seeing him look like this. Because the 90s version looks a little different, like the late 80s, early 90s version, so it looks a little different. But it is still a cool figure. That they actually even did a Waverider figure of any variety. It's kind of insane that we get actually a Waverider figure. If your name is Michael John Carter. Is Michael John Carter? Why does the name sound familiar? That's not Boots the Ghost name, is it? Why does that sound like Boots the Ghost's name? And I'm just, is that for some reason? I don't know why. You may have seen this character. I've read Superman comics, so maybe that's, I've read a decent known comic with him in it, so maybe that's why the name is familiar. But, a lot of Superman stuff. But, yeah, it's a cool card. Also, you can, like I said, you can pause the back if you want to read any of that. But let's get on to the extra things. First, he has two hands. Comes with two little extra hands. One way doing like a little point thing was, I kind of like this one. The little point thing. Kind of cool. And it fell, but you saw it. And then another one, just like a fist. It was cool. Then we got a bunch of these things, so I don't know where these go on. Like I said, these are cool, but they never really have I don't like these sometimes if they don't have a specific thing, like where do they attach on, where do they go. Kind of hard to tell. We got one, two. Sometimes I'll leave these off if I can't get them to get on. Sometimes these things are not the easiest to get on, but we have two more as well. I mean, they're cool things to put on the characters. Just sometimes I don't know how they specifically fit on or go on. But it's still cool to get them. So we have those little fire of things for the character. And then we have the actual figure himself here, who's pretty, not too much to his, like, costume. We have, it looks like, we have his chest tier piece, but almost look like, because we have, like, this cargo piece here, like, I guess goes into this, and we have this here. It's cool. It's gold, like a gold design, and he has the gold, like, I guess this thing is like a belt, kind of like belt here. It goes around to the back and goes up here and goes in here, and the shoulders goes into here. And like I said, the texture of a shirt, you can see there's like a texture to here, but it's very different than this. It feels very smooth. It has a nice texture. I like the difference of it feels like a mesh kind of, or like that mesh, but it has a texture to it, what makes it feel different. I like them. Like I said, McFarlane makes great toys, figures, and then we have the gauntlet. I always say gauntlets, cuffs, things on his hands, or gauntlets, what you want to call them. I don't know, my terminology is not the best, but this one, for his hands, he has this one with like an open hand, was kind of cool. Then he has a fist, like I said. I'm probably going to swap it out for this one with the pointing hand, because I think that's kind of cooler than this, than just the fist sometimes. Because all the characters having fists, they kind of, is boring. Design's cool. And then for the legs, just regular pants for that kind of like design texture on them. And then he has some nice gold boots. I guess, I always say boots because I'm like, unless they're like shoes, I call them boots. I guess that's what you would call them. And then you have his head, which basically just he has a gold head. His eyes are like white, so you can kind of like, you know, they have the white kind of like, like pupils in his eyes. It looks cool. Face painting looks cool. And then he has his fire head is cool, like it's on fire. There's a lot of characters who have fire heads, him, Ghost Rider, Firestorm, a lot of characters with fiery heads. But he's cool. He is guy usually has to do with time and stuff and other things, and he's a very cool character. It's cool that we have a Waverider figure. And it's weird we're getting Waverider, we get Amish Bug and all these characters. So I'm like, out of all the characters he's gonna do, you're doing an Amish Bug figure. Well, for the record, he's actually been in enough stuff where I'm like, at least Amish Bug even is a little bit like, okay, at least a little bit understandable. But Waverider is another character. I'm like, it's cool. I have a Waverider figure. The same with DC, Marvel Legends, they have done so many characters. I'm like, really? We have an A-Kid figure. What are we doing here? It's still cool to see characters get figures even if they're not the most popular characters. It's still sweet to get a character, to get a figure. It's cool. So cool to get a Waverider figure. This might be actually the first ever Waverider figure. It might be the first Amish Bug figure. So these are kind of cool that we might be getting some first of these characters who've never gotten figures before, finally getting figures. So at least they're getting one figure. So you like the character. Good. I do like Waverider. He's a fun character. I do like him. He's not a bad character. I don't think Waverider has his own book. I don't think he has some other stuff, but yeah. I'm getting into other topic, but I just thought about Waverider. He's been in other people's books. And I was he has his own book. Not counting like, I think Armageddon, he was a little little bit of part of that, like kind of like confusing that. But actually, that'd be cool. That's another character. I'm like, maybe we should get a Waverider book. I don't know. But that's it for the Waverider figure. Like I said, not much to him. But he's a cool looking figure. I'm gonna put these. I'm looking at these. We're gonna put these on him, or try to when I display them, and see how they work. But that's it for this, guys. What do you guys think of this figure? Let me know in the comments down below. You guys can always stay epic. Tell me what figures you've been getting, or toys and stuff you've been getting, collecting. You guys can always stay epic. See you next week, guys. Bye.